many a times it happens that when we look at Northeast, when we look at Jammu and Kashmir, we think that it is all about snow, trees, mountains, beaches, and other things. But there are civic issues, as Amit was mentioning. There are internal issues, societal issues that need to be plagued. How relevant will it be for the center to get into the intricacies of a state which has its own dynamics, of a zone which has its own dynamics, like Northeast, and then try and solve the issue? Is it important for the center to always have a double engine government in a particular state to solve the matters? The center has the power to do it otherwise also. But is this what is needed? Or are we trying with these pictures, कि भाई नॉर्थ ईस्ट में ट्रैवल कर सकते हैं, फिल्म शूटिंग कर सकते हैं, यू कैन गो देयर फॉर vacation, and then just forget about it? Are we trying to save a tree with an iron fence, but the tree is hollowed by termites?
See, Pankaj, very interesting proposition is the fact that many people from Delhi, from that mainland side, think that Northeast is one state, one region. But Northeast itself is a mini Asia, okay? Mini Asia.
Yes.
So in Manipur, people are fighting among themselves. Nagaland, people are fighting among themselves. So when you talk about Northeast, people tend to think that we all are the same. When I joined ONGC in '92 in Gujarat, people asked me, "Do you speak Bengali?" I said, "Bengali is
Oh.
in West Bengal. I'm from Northeast." Okay, so that is the understanding of mainland people about Northeast. And do you
I
know
will
that?
also share a
See,
story. I will also share a story, sir.
yeah.
Please carry on.
So we the mainland Indians, so-called mainland Indians, have to have the concept that there could be Indians who doesn't speak Hindi. There could be Indians, Paka Indians, who are not Hindus. So even only if there is some understanding and acceptance from the mainland India that Mr. Changte, who hardly speaks Hindi, who cannot read Hindi, but okay, not a Hindu, Christian, but he's a Paka
Yeah.
Indian. So that concept has to come first. And in the process of
Absolutely, sir.
integration, that is the most important thing. Otherwise, our that journalist has said that in Northeast people are very talented. What I used to tell among my young people in Mizoram is that we Northeast people, especially the Mijos, we look like Chinese. Okay, we look like Chinese, but the Indian, but the passport is Indian. But the passport is Indian.
This
Here in
is
India,
sheer ignorance.
there is a guy who looks like Chinese, but his passport is an Indian. So for that
Indian.
gentleman, for that boy, for that girl, there is a very big scope of getting a job in a multinational company, right? So you
Right.
people have to accept us Northeast people who is not a Hindu, who doesn't speak Hindi, is also a Pak Indian. I think our young
Right.
generations are really geared up to call themselves Indian. At the same time, I think Northeast can contribute a lot. Okay,
They can,
so
definitely, sir.
what I personally feel is that people start talking about development in Northeast, but one what you have asked is that at what cost? We also want to
At what
maintain
cost?
everywhere I go. I call myself Shriyata Changte, Mizo Christian Indian tribal. Okay, I'm a Mizo Christian
Okay.
first, and then Indian
Ah,
tribal. Okay, so that combination has to flourish in India also. Even if as soon as
absolutely.
I am sidelined, I am pushed against the wall because I'm a Mizo Christian and Indian tribal. That will not help because as a community, Mizo also wants to flourish in India as a Mizo Christians tribals.
It's
So that
everyone's
sentiment you have
right,
to
sir.
understand.
It's everyone's right.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, that's
basic
everyone's
right.
right. Otherwise, as I've just mentioned, there was a very hot discussion in one gathering where I was invited as a special guest that whether we should allow the Indian Railways to go to the interior part of Mizoram. And I said, as per the constitution, Indian Railways is a union list. The Mizo
Yes,
students
yes,
or the
railways.
Mizoram government has nothing to do with that. So the only thing is
Not a
that we have to see
state
how.
list, yeah.
Yeah, it's not in the state list, it's in the central list. So what is my idea is that our people, young generation, have to be gear up it is very good to be Indian. It is much better to be Mizo Christian. Okay, so being a Mizo Christian and Indian, I think we can really achieve
Yes.
something, and you can expect miracles from this side of the country.
Absolutely.
I
On this
think,
note, Riyata Changte. Yes,
yeah,
ji. Yes, sir.
yeah. No, that
Yes.
for that purpose, I used to call myself I must be one of the most Indianized Mizo. my
The
my children
ambassador.
were
The
born,
ambassador.
yeah, my children were born brought up in Gujarat or say that part of the country,
Right.
but still they are very
Right.
much
Right.
Indian, Mizo Christians. Okay, so India,
Yes.
us, you
Right.
have to accept the unity in diversity. Okay, so
Absolutely,
let
sir.
us
It's
accept
easier said than
somebody
done.
who looks like so black like an African, so white like like Jammu and Kashmir guys, and a Chinese looking Indian also, that we have to accept. The moment if you have accept that integrity in diversity, unity in diversity, I think the whole country, the whole India signing will be more. Even in Northeast also, I think Northeast is really
Northeast also.
geared up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. Absolutely, sir. It's very refreshing to talk to you. And you have been
Thank you,
very candid
thank you,
about,
thank you, thank you.
saying this. One of the former, I would say now, Congress leaders had made a comment that people of Northeast look like Chinese, people of South India look like Africans and all this. And he was shown the door also.
Yeah,
You know whom
yeah,
I'm talking about from Congress. He lives abroad though. But having said that, see, these things will only be used as a political tool so long as you and I don't tell our kids that, hey, look, this whole part is India. They are our brothers and sisters. And yes, there are geographical
yeah,
reasons for a particular appearance. The story that you mentioned about, people thinking that Northeast is a separate state altogether,
yeah.
forgetting about Mizoram,
Altogether, yes.
Nagaland, Tripura. The same thing happened with me also, sir. I was traveling from Nairobi to Delhi, and we had a stopover in, I think, Abu Dhabi. I have worked for several years in South Africa, and because of work, I was there in Nairobi. So when I reached
Right.
Abu Dhabi, there was, I think, a person from UK, if I'm not wrong. He was also in transit, and he just casually asked me, "Where are you coming from?" So I said, "I'm coming from Kenya," and he said, "Oh, you're coming from Africa." So even Kenya being considered, whether he knew about it or not, but yes, Africa is also considered same. If we talk about a
One.
social, one country itself,
Yeah,
be it
one country
Nigeria, be it
almost.
Chile, whatever you say.
Yeah,
Had I said South Africa, he would have still thought there was a name Africa. But this is how what I felt, that there are places in India also that we say that, hey, Northeast, straight away. But every state is very unique there. And what you told
exactly.
about the Mizo Christians, Mizoram, and you graduated from Indian School of Mines. At that time, I was growing
Yeah.
up in Bokaro Steel City, not far away from there.
Okay, that's right.
So,
That's right.
yes, so it's always, you see, the boundaries and the distance become so close. I mean,
Exactly.
sharing the same geographical space. There should be no boundaries
That's
and
right.
no division around that. Thank you, Mr.
Exactly.
Riyata. Always, it's a heart-to-heart talk, as your name also suggests, I believe, Riyata Changte. You had
Yeah,
told the meaning of your name also last time.
that's right.
Thank you
That's
so
right.
much.
That's right.
Always good
That's
to
right.
speak
Thank
to
you.
you.